loud radio show on the planet. E-Block Radio.
Check 1, check 2. Live in the building. IG Live, Facebook Live, everything. Damn, bitch. He worse than fucking your ass. Talk about, come on, let's go. Damn, bitch. We on, motherfucker. With your old absentee voting ass.
Right.
Alright, shit. We in this thing. IG Live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live. Yes, your feed not fucking up. This is Angry Man on camera. Shit just got real. Y'all niggas ain't even understand for real.
Yeah.
It's motherfucking Friday, dog. Gonna let a couple people chime in real quick. IG Live's the deal. Got that good lineup and shit. Beard looking sweet as fuck in the camera. Good looking, my niggas. Alright, we got a few more people jumping on. Fuck it, dog. You ready to get to it?
Might as well.
Might as well, dog. It's 19 after, so you might as well do it. Yo, you know what it is, man. The livest cloud radio show on the planet.
What that nigga say? Earth.
Straight from the E-Block Radio Live where you're down right this moment, man. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205. I got my man Angry Man on camera and shit.
Yeah.
Dog, in this motherfucker, dog. It's like some real Freaky Friday shit, dog. This nigga on camera. I can't believe it, my damn self. Shout out to my man Monk Money and shit. Absentee voting today and shit.
Monk Money.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna hold it down for you, though. Alright, so it's Social Media Friday, man. So make sure you hit me up at Hood Howard Stern. It's gonna be on Instagram and Twitter. And, of course, Angry Man 48205 on the gram, dog. Angry Man 48205, man.
Yeah.
We in the motherfucking building, dog. Shit, what's good with you?
I don't know, man. You know, just hanging out.
Yeah. We missed you on Wednesday and shit, so you ain't been here in a little while.
Yeah, but it's different being on this side, though.
It is different, right? Motherfucking spotlight on you and shit. You scared?
Yeah.
You nervous?
Yeah, straight up.
This nigga said straight up.
All that.
It's so many motherfucking microphones over here, though. I'm looking at the camera. It's like 19 motherfucking microphones. Shout out to everybody who checking us out today, man. Don't forget, it is Friday, so you gotta slide down the Easy Street Saloon tonight, 16101 East 10 Mile Road, dog. Shout out to my guy Larry having a birthday party up there today. DJ Weasel on the ones and twos, dog. Motherfucking steak bites, is bananas in that bitch. And bruh, when I tell you, you got to come up there and get the smoked chicken, pulled chicken sandwich, bro. Pulled chicken with cheddar cheese and bacon, bro, and motherfucking barbecue sauce.
Square rib?
Dog, shit is the truth.
What's the steak bites like?
I heard the steak bites good to sell. I ain't had none yet and shit, but the reviews are out on Facebook and shit, and a couple of people said that the steak bites is stupendous and shit. So so get down there and get the steak bites and all that shit. And they got some chipotle linguine. What is it? It's some kind of pasta and shit though, right? I might be getting it wrong. I think it is chipotle linguine. I think that's what it is. It was like some shrimp on top of some linguine and shit, like shit that I don't eat, but it's there, and I heard the shit good. So I don't know. Yeah, I ain't really a pasta guy my damn self and shit.
What's cat doing in the kitchen, man?
I don't know, but he getting busy in that motherfucker, I guess. Dog, we got a whole bunch of motherfuckers chiming in now, shit, I guess, cause you on camera, dog. We about to be famous today, nigga. We going motherfucking viral cause Angry Man on camera. Matter of fact, I should show your ass on IG too and shit.
Nah, you good.
Fucking you already on, but I got you. There it is. Yeah, that's the side of Angry Man face. You get to see Angry Man and shit, dog. What's poppin' with you though, dog? What's been going on since last time?
Not much, man. You know, just working, chilling out. You know, dealing with the bullshit of life.
I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
However, we got to deal with it.
Right, I dig that. Weekend coming up though, so I got to be excited about that, I guess.
Yeah, you know, I'm just waiting on my birthday. Birthday coming up in a couple weeks, man.
Oh damn, it is March, ain't it?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Nothing.
Go to work?
Probably. Knowing me, yeah.
Man, fuck your job, nigga.
I'm at work.
Right, nah, I dig that shit. Real quick though, off camera before we get into the real topic, off camera, we was talking about the HBCUs and shit having a draft for the NFL and shit. You hadn't heard about that shit, huh?
Nah, man, but shit, but why not?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if it's a chance, you know, to get them cats, you know, looked at, better.
Give them a fair shot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still puzzled. I mean, So are they basically saying none of the HBCUs never in the draft? Or?
Well, no, what Dion was saying was that is a few HBCU players who actually Hall of Fame players and shit, but just not enough. Like you said, is a lot of players being overlooked and shit. So this is the opportunity for them to get get that look.
Are they going to the combine or?
Yeah, apparently it's like a completely separate combine or some shit. Like for people who, I guess for players who been overlooked and shit, who good in the HBCU, what I'm saying, conferences and shit, but not being looked at for the draft and shit. So this is a kind of way to get in, I guess.
I'm kind of on the fence with that one.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see them being separated. Because now it's like, why they gotta have their own combine? Why they can't go to the regular combine?
Well, I figure this is for the ones who didn't get the invite. So this is a way for them to get the invite. So like if you doing real well and shit, but like you didn't get noticed and shit, this is probably a way to get noticed. You see what I'm saying? So like if you weren't considered for the combine and shit, then this is a way to get considered. I think it's a good deal. Like I said, if you balling out and you ain't getting no invite, you gonna be like, what the fuck? So this is your opportunity to get that invite.
Do you need an invite
to go to the combine? Yeah, I thought so. I don't know.
Or can you just sign up and go?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you had to be invited.
Or can you just go try out for a team?
I'm tripping. You know what? I honestly don't even know. I thought you had to get invited to that shit, bro.
Man, I'm not. Like I said, I understand it, but it's kind of like I'm kind of on the fence with the now because it's like
it's about to be segregated.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
HBCUs is already segregated.
It shouldn't be.
And so Miles said you need an invite and shit. He said because HBCUs went unnoticed since the NFL began. I agree.
Okay.
Both said the same thing. Got to be invited to a private workout.
Okay.
So I think it's a good deal though. For motherfuckers who getting overlooked anyway. So let's say you balling out, in your conference or whatever, and you don't get that notice, you don't get that invite. I think this is a good opportunity and shit though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
But you got to be aware it's going to open doors for a whole lot of shit now.
Like what?
Because now Division II conferences can say the whole division can say we need our own combine. Now Division III can say we still talking about. Think about it.
Right there.
Think about it. Once you open one door to that, a lot of doors are going to open now because you got different divisions now can say, hey, shit, we don't get our look. Yeah. We need our own combine.
Right.
Everybody's going to want their own fucking combine now.
well, let's just take what we got. Let's take the HBCUs and shit and worry about the rest of that shit later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me to say, hey guys, wow, go angry man, you on camera.
What's up, man? What's happening?
What up, though?
What's happening?
Miles said that's great, Jay, bringing awareness. Tyson just checked in. What up, though? He said it's a good deal. So I think it's a good deal. Definitely.
That's why I said I'm on the fence. But like I said,
you just scared to be some shit.
Other doors to open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, now you got one whole college division. Because it is separate. Talking about they want their own combine. Other divisions may do the same thing.
Now, what I don't know though is cause I didn't get. I just seen Deion Sanders talking about it on YouTube. So what I don't know is if that's all HBCUs or are we talking about D1 HBCUs? Because it's a lot of Division II HBCUs and and some 3 obviously, but that part I don't know because if it is across divisions. Yeah, that is gonna open up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we open up some shit.
You open up doors like everybody gonna want their own combine now.
Yeah. But look, fuck everybody. We ain't talking about everybody. We talking about us Negroes.
Well, yeah, that's
we ain't talking about everybody else.
That's what we do.
Yeah. Miles say HBCU's been overlooked because of the color of our skin. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. Other divisions are not racially profiled. That's true. Other than the SEC. They're not racially profiled. They're
not racially.
They geographically profiled.
Right. Yeah, but that's still gonna open that door though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's still gonna open that door for somebody to say, well, if they got this, we need this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. If it's me though, I'm going to HBCU thing. I'm trying to get to this motherfucking combine. Now this is the thing too though. That part I didn't get a grasp on either because again, like I said, I just listened to Deion talking about the shit on YouTube. I didn't check into the the real nuts and bolts of it and shit. But like I don't know if they got some kind of committee that's I think it's coaches. I want to say it's coaches and I think it's coaches that's actually submitting these players for this little separate combine. So I don't think you can sign up like just show up or whatever. I think you got to get an invite from them too though. But it's like I think it's like a selection committee or some shit like that.
So I mean, most teams still have open trials, don't they?
Yeah. I think after the fact they probably do. I guess. And that's where a lot of the D2 and D3 players come from. Yeah. Them kind of them open tryouts and shit. But, I mean, them positions tough as fuck to get on the squad.
But I'm not surprised that most pro teams don't have, I mean, obviously every pro team have a scout, a recruiter or whatever. But, I mean, if I'm an owner, I would at least have somebody specifically for Division II and Division III. Yeah. And, outside of Division I football. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, recruiting Division I football is a tough job. So I probably have one for that and one for just, those other, those other avenues. You know what I mean? Because, like, I mean, it's hard for one person to try to find every goddamn body.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if I'm an NFL owner, I mean, as an owner, I would want to try to get the cream of the crop in each fucking division.
Everywhere, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That nigga Jay say, Monk, is that you? Retarded that.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Because it's talent in all these, collegiate divisions. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's hard for one person to do it. So as an owner, some of that got to come from the ownership, not just the combine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because hell, you could be missing what? I mean, the Randy Moss came out of what, Division I AA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, that was Division I.
I mean, Division I. I mean, but
just
still,
a small league.
You know what I'm saying? You got to think about all the talent that the MAC has produced. Yeah. But think about all the talent that Division II have, Division III have. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's talent there.
I think Bo said there are so many combines out there. Basically, if you have to put one to go, if you had to put to, hold on, what? Let me see. If you have to put to go to a combine or never heard of it, you probably don't belong in the league. He said when I was working with the Lions, they had a small school, small division scouting effort and shit. So they
something like that. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Dog, this motherfucking Monk, man, talking about get to the topic. Man, shut the fuck up, cuz. We get ready to get to the topic, motherfucker.
Say something else.
Right, it's 10:30. We get ready to go to commercial break, then we go get to the topic, motherfucker. Right, trying to fake ass producer. You know what I'm saying? Fucking fake ass producer, nigga.
Chef in the building.
Right. All right, look, this is what we about to do, man. We about to get off of this shit and get into our for real topic, dog. Today we talk about reactions to Nathaniel Woods' execution. The Alabama inmate and shit got executed yesterday. If you're not hip, dog, you can Google it right quick while we on commercial break, but we'll get into that in just a second. I want to hear what people's reaction is to the execution and the overall trial, and then we just go talk about, capital punishment again, which we talked about this a few months ago, and I told y'all niggas I didn't fuck with it, and this is one of the reasons why, dog. But we'll get to it in just a moment. If you're on IG Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, wherever you at, hit us in the comment box right now, and we will read your comments live on air. But real quick, we got to go to commercial break, so we'll be back in about 1 minute. But till then, you already know what it is. The Live is Cloud radio show on the planet
Earth.
Straight from the E-Block Radio Live on your down, man. We'll be back in about 1 minute, man.
Y'all, it's your man King Crooked. You already know. You see this in my hand? These are the plugs. You know what I mean? Some of the finest quality earplugs that you can purchase. You can go and get them at gettheplugs.com. Gettheplugs.com. Don't run off on the plugs like Plies. You know what I'm saying? Go get the plugs at gettheplugs.com. All right? Peace.
And we're back. Got that new commercial, which y'all niggas know about that. Shout out to the plugs, man. Make sure you do grab your set of the plugs today, man. www.gettheplugs.com, dog. Shout out to my man LeBron, the CEO of the Plugs, station right here in Detroit. So it is a black-owned business. So make sure that you do support, man. www.gettheplugs.com for sure, dog. All right, we back in this thing, dog. You already know what it is. The Live is Cloud radio show on the planet
Earth.
Straight from the E-Block Radio Live with you down. Got my man Angry Man holding it down on camera.
Doing my thing, man. Can't replace my money, but I'm doing my thing.
And of course, it's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205, dog. All right, so let's get to it, dog. So we talking about this shit, bro. So in case you're not hip, basically what happened is 4 police officers got killed. I think this happened back in 2004. Supposedly busted into a crack house and shit, and to make a bust. So it was Nathaniel and another dude. Damn, I just read his name. I can't think of his name now. His co-defendant and shit, right? His co-defendant actually copped the whole thing. Said that he the one shot all the police officers. Said my man ain't do shit. Like, he basically busted up and ran. This is the other dude's testimony. They both was on death row or whatever. So I guess dude's still on death row. He just haven't got executed yet. All these facts came out. And still, they executed his ass and shit last night. So, like, real quick, they had like what they call a partial, or what was it called? Not partial, temporary stay, which meant that they would go suspend the execution. But then that was overridden and shit last night, and they executed the motherfucker at like 9:01 last night and shit. Right. So I have to be quite honest with you. I try to stay up on shit like this, dog. But I honestly hadn't even heard of this story until I kept seeing it on Facebook yesterday, and this was before he got executed. So they had people. They gave you a link to send in your support to try to get him to to commute the sentence or whatever. So that's when I found out what was going on, and then I seen they had updated it last night, like right before 9 o'clock. Said that all those attempts for people trying to get his sentence commuted or whatever, that he was granted a temporary stay, which meant they wouldn't go execute him and shit, right? So I'm thinking like, damn, we might be good until they try to figure it out. And then like an hour later, I see the shit that they had to execute the motherfucker. So apparently, the temporary stay didn't mean nothing if the governor didn't accept it or whatever.
I mean,
so,
like I said, like we were saying on camera, man. Yeah. That's the reason they should just go ahead and just give motherfuckers life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for shit like this, you can't. How do you fix that?
You can't. Yeah, you can't. Like,
you know what I'm saying? How do you fix that?
Yeah, you can't.
You can't go back and say, all right, we fucked up, bring him back.
Right.
It's over with. I mean, how do you fix that?
Yeah.
I mean, at least if you just say, okay, you got life in prison, and then okay, you find out he wrong, okay, let him out.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is a prime example of what you've been saying all this time. Is just why even fuck with it in the first place?
All right, and that's the reason I don't fuck with capital punishment. I know we had this discussion before, and motherfuckers was like, well, what if you do, these horrific things and shit? At the end of the day, I just can't be the one to make that decision. Like, because at some point, I figure I'm just gonna lock a motherfucker up. I'm just not gonna make that decision to kill a person. I mean, now with this, when you talking about, well, first of all, let's look at two things, though. You're talking about Alabama. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about Alabama.
Off rip.
And you're talking about a black man in the judicial system. So off rip, you already know this probably not going to go as intended and shit.
Yeah, that's 2 strikes right there.
Yeah, for sure.
I hate to say it.
But we talking about 2020, though, right? And it's crazy that this shit is still a thing. And I'm going to tell you why. Hey, look, all right, so randomly yesterday I was watching In the Heat of the Night, dog. So if niggas is hip to the heat of the night, dog, motherfucking Virgil Tibbs and shit.
Right, yeah.
And this was, that show was from back in the 90s or whatever. And they in Mississippi. And there's a place in Mississippi called the Black Bottom. At least it was on the show. I don't know if this shit really exists. But it's where all the niggas lived and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of fucked up down in there. But anyway, on yesterday's episode that I seen, white dude, cab driver and shit got killed in the bottoms and shit. That's what they call it, bottoms. And so another black dude did kill him and shit, but he framed like another black dude. So, he getting threatened and shit. They throwing little monkeys with nooses and shit on the porch and shit, right? This in the 90s, though. And it's just like that dynamic of black and white violence, though, ain't gonna never change. Like, you would figure 20, 30, even 60, 70 years later that this shit wouldn't be like that. But whenever you put a situation where a black person killed a police officer, and this kind of puts you in the same black and white thing, whether the police officers are black or white, it's like it's almost like you automatically assume guilty. And that's what happened on the show yesterday. And then they got to the end and found out the nigga didn't do it and shit, right? And this is the case that happened here, but they found out he didn't do it and still executed a nigga. What the fuck?
I mean, because I've been saying it for years, man, and I'm going to keep saying it. The shit ain't going to change until God hit the reset button.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to let it go. They've been getting away with this shit for so long. It's not going to stop. It's not. I mean, what do we have to do? Yeah. I mean, we tried every goddamn thing. Yeah. We tried the peaceful way. We tried the violent way. It just don't fuck. It's not
doing nothing work.
It ain't gonna fucking stop, man. Yeah. Think about it.
I love the optimism, dog.
Shit, it is what it is, man.
Venus said they went on their own accord. How's the Supreme Court said don't do it, and they went ahead and did it on their own. They did. Hold on. They that did it should be locked up because they went over the Supreme Court. Like, wait, what? No, that's the thing though. Like, it is. I guess the Supreme Court. I guess like I said, it was a temporary stay, but at the end of the day, I guess the governor and the state get to make the final decision. Which that part, legally I don't understand and shit. But obviously these laws were written 50 million motherfucking years ago. So
if they ain't changed that, why they gonna change this?
Yeah, true. Armani checked in. What up, though?
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
My money said because here you go. Because there's no unity in black community, dog.
I mean,
it's the truth, huh?
It is what it is, bruh.
Yeah.
It is what the fuck it is.
All right, so let's look at all the shit though. All right, so obviously they was in the crack house, so there was illegal activity going on. So there was a lot of illegal shit going on. That part I'm not denying. So I'm not saying he wasn't guilty of whatever the fuck they was doing in that bitch. But to be charged with killing police officers though, that is that's capital murder and shit. When you involving Armani geeked as hell. He said, "Oh my God, my first time seeing Angry Man." Wow. Oh, she got the hard eyes. Oh shit.
What's up, Armani?
Be careful, cuz. But no, like you just figured. I don't know. I don't understand what needed to happen and shit. Like I said, this is probably not having a firm grasp on the law and shit. But I feel like if you got a co-defendant and they copping the whole plea to the shit, then even if at that point, I feel like execution got to at least be taken off the table. Like you could have it wrong and have this nigga locked up for a long time and shit, but execution at that point need to be taken off the table. Dog.
I mean, absolutely. Like I said,
and then, this is another thing too. I just want to ask real quick what you think about this shit.
What's up?
Let's just say you are in the crack house, right? Whether you selling crack or using crack, I'm just saying.
Just chilling in the crack house. Okay.
If the police bust in the door and shit. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I should have a right to kill their ass, but I'm saying if we get into a shootout, though, ain't that the same as, like, what if I just didn't know it was the police? Like, because, a lot of times, police busting in crack houses and shit, right. They not presenting themselves. They kicking the door in. So what if I just start shooting and kill this motherfucker? Like, it wasn't intended that I was going to kill a cop. It was intended I was going to kill the motherfucker who busted in the door. So, you know what I'm saying?
You halfway justifying that shit.
I'm not justifying. I'm just saying. Like, why would it have to be? Why would it have to be like I got to be sentenced to death?
I mean, but you halfway justifying that shit.
I was asking a question. I was asking a question. I wasn't justifying that shit.
No, I'm just saying. I'm like,
Armani said guilty by association.
Think about your question, man. Yeah. I mean, you halfway justifying that shit, man.
I mean, look, criminals get halfway justified all the time and shit. I'm just saying though, like even in situations where, again, these are criminal activities, but even in situations where the police like raid niggas or run up on motherfuckers and be undercover and don't declare that they police officers. Yeah, I'm wrong if I shoot the motherfucker, right? But I ain't kill the police wrong. You know what I'm saying? No. Like, it's levels to this shit.
But you're in the wrong place. You're not even supposed to be there.
Alright, but look, so this is the thing. Crack is an epidemic. It's a problem. It could be a mental issue, just like motherfucking the other shit. The opioids. It should be treated the same. If I'm in a crack house, I should be treated the same as if I got an opioid addiction.
Oh, okay. So don't kick the door and just knock on the motherfucker.
No, kick the door in, but just know that if you kick the door in, you might get shot because it's a hostile environment. Just like when you kick the door in at a meth lab, you know that it might blow up if you get in that bitch shooting and shit. Same kind of thing.
Okay, so
criminals got rights to it. Shit.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it's true. Unfortunately, it's true though.
So
Unfortunately, it's true.
You telling me the cops go raid a crack house? This is what you're telling me.
I'm saying that if you raid a crack house, there's a possibility you might get shot.
Yeah, that's a high possibility.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
And so the motherfuckers who shot the cops are not wrong?
They wrong. I'm just saying, maybe not necessarily shoot the police wrong. You just shooting.
How do you?
So anyway, Tiff just checked in.
Yeah, read that. Let's get to that, man. Let's get to that.
Tiff just checked in. What up, though? She said, "How the fuck do you kill a man who didn't shoot the officers before you kill the motherfucker who actually did it?" That's a great question. How the fuck do you kill a man whose co-defendant admitted to the crime? How the fuck do you kill a man who was outside in custody while the shooting was going on? All this shit is true. The judicial system is beyond a joke, and I watch Virgil Tibbs every day, and it's sad that 30 years later the same issues are in play. Starting with the fact that the black people are living in a fucked up part of town. America is sad.
It's very sad.
The bottoms, though. If you ever looked at you ever watched that shit? In the heat of the night, yeah, the motherfuckers live in some
the heat of the night, yeah.
Yeah, and they live in the bottoms and shit. It's kind of fucked up down in there. But so again, if the situation is what it is, like I said, the dude all the way copped to the whole shit, said he the one shot. Basically, he said that he was in that bitch chilling, had the motherfucking in his words, had the chopper on his lap and shit. Mm-hmm. He heard motherfuckers around the window. Like, he thought somebody was trying to break in. He look outside, you see the police cars. He's like, oh, shit. So he got his shit. So somebody actually got in the crib, and he got the busting and shit. He said, my man dipped and ran into the other room and got the fuck up out of there. He said he commenced to shooting motherfuckers. He went into detail how he was shooting these motherfuckers and shit. Then my man surrendered and shit, and they tied him up or whatever. Not tied him up, but cuffed him up and all that shit. And at this time, my man has shot like 4 motherfuckers already. But still, he get put on this whole shit for I get the guilty by association. I'm in there. So this motherfucker got to shoot me. We in this bitch together. But like, nigga, don't execute me though. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that totally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But still, you were in a place where it's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's basically all you can sum this up with. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Should he have been executed? No. Should he have been in that place? No.
No, right. I dig that.
You know what I'm saying? It's a fucked up situation all the way around the board.
Yeah.
Period.
Venus said, as a former crack user, I got stories upon stories. I once was where I was buying. They had guns on you, and if cops would have bust in, them dudes wasn't going to jail, but the dealers might have thought they were getting robbed. And see, that's what I was saying.
Right.
Thank God he totally delivered me, and I got way more true stories and shit. Damn, that shit's still crazy to me though. That like, dog, like she was for real. Was a crack addict, nigga. That's some crazy shit. And she really got stories, dog. That's crazy. Yeah. But that's what I was saying, though. What she said, like, niggas is they on tip in that bitch. So, like, you don't even know if you get robbed or if it's the police. But by the time you get the bus, it's like, it's too late. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to take validity from the crime. I'm just, I'm just saying. Gigabytes just checked in. What up, though? He said Tiff stole all his talking points and shit. Thanks, Tiff. Armani said he needed money, so he started selling. All right, so this is what happened. He needed money, so he started selling. But the guy who actually killed the cop said, "Oh boy, it was too nice." He did say that, like in a documented statement. He didn't want the guy to get a crack away free, being he was a nice guy, so that's why he was there. So he said, "Yeah, the nigga basically that bitch scared." So he was like, "Shit, let me be here to make sure this nigga don't just get his motherfucking crack away because we gotta make these couple dollars." So and that's the thing. Like,
it's still a fucked up situation.
It's a fucked up situation, but dog, look, we talk about this shit all the time, especially coming from where we come from, dog. A lot of times we just dog, it's some places you just ain't supposed to be. And it sounds like he was in one of those situations where, nigga, you should have found another way to make money, dog. For real. Yeah. Kiko just checked in. What up, though? Larry Vance just checked in. What up, though? IG Live and shit. Kiko did her thing last night at the Easy Street Saloon. Make sure you do check her out on Thursdays, though, for Thursday Night Live. Let me see. Venus said, no, hold on, we missed something. Oh, Bo checked back in. He said, this horse is dead 10 times over. A black person will never realize justice as a white person does. And before anyone says OJ, that is one case. It will never be fair for us in this country. And shit, you can't even use OJ because they still stuck into OJ ass and shit.
Yeah.
Let me see. Armani said, but the police had been harassing them early, so that's why they went home, so they wouldn't be harassed. All right, so I did read that too. So apparently they had already got harassed by the police and shit, so that's why they was basically laying low, because they wanted to wait till that shift change and shit so they could get the fuck out of there before they get harassed by the police again. It's all bad. Like, obviously you getting harassed by the police, but at the same time you committing crimes, so you getting harassed by the police. So
it's a fucked up situation, man.
It's fucked up all the way around. What's really fucked up though is that a nigga, like, it get to a point where you need some money and shit, and like, yeah, you just go sell some crack. Like, it wasn't shit else you could have did before that. Like,
I mean,
I don't know. Like, I can't speak on it because I know a lot of crack dealers and shit. I know a lot of drug dealers. Period.
I hate to say it. Sometimes you got to get it. You got to get it now.
Yeah, you got to get it right.
I can't judge another man's situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They probably didn't mean no harm.
Oh yeah, that's what it was, right? Let me read this real quick. Bo said Kwame's still in prison, and a white politician, Democrat, who basically put a Senate seat up for bid, got pardoned by Trump. Yes, that did happen. If that don't let you know this shit is fixed, nothing will. Yeah, that shit happened. My man that was trying to sell Obama's seat and shit in the Illinois Senate seat. Yeah, he got pardoned and shit the other day. But this the one I was going to read, though. And this is true. I forgot to mention this. So Tiff said the charge was that he lured the cops in so his friend could kill the cops. So this is how they played it. So basically they try to justify the shit saying that they came up with a plan to get the cops in place to be killed. So in the split second that the cops kicked in the door, these niggas came up with a plan like, hey, dog, lure these cops to the kitchen right quick so I can ambush their ass, right? So, and that's the narrative they was going with, for real. They went with the whole narrative that, like, it was basically a setup for the police, and that's why that's how they justify, executing them and shit.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, it is crazy and shit, but like.
Okay, when did this happen?
04.
04.
Yeah. So
it took from 04 to now to execute.
Yeah, because niggas be on death row like forever and shit.
Yeah, and it took you this long to get it wrong.
Right, and that's the thing and shit that always kill me and shit though. It's like, you know what? A lot of time passed, but a lot of times it don't be a lot of resources used on it though. So even though the time passed, they ain't spending all that time trying to fix it though. You know what I'm saying? So it looked like a lot of time went past and they should have got it together, but realistically, like,
they probably just set them on death row and just set the date.
Exactly.
That's what it sounded like.
Exactly. Then you got some of the non-profits, or some of the legal people who be trying to get these innocent people off death row, trying to get that shit together, but it don't always work. Like, it don't always turn out that way.
It seemed like they just set the date, because how do you find out you were wrong right after you executed it?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck were you doing all this other time?
Well, at this point, though, they still not admitting to being wrong at all. Like, they said that this was justified. They sticking with that shit. They sticking with this whole idea that basically they set up the police. Like, basically he lured them in and shit, so he just as guilty and shit. This what they rolling with at this point. They not admitting no kind of fault in that shit at all. It's only us that's mad about the shit. And this kind of go back to this is a tough one, because with it being in the political season, dog, I mean, I really hate the democratic process and shit, especially just looking at like the Democratic Party and shit, like for presidency and shit. You see how all this unfolded now. Basically everybody dropping out and shit. They gonna force us to vote for Biden and shit, which was probably their original plan in the first place. Yeah. But that's why it feel like this political system and this judicial system is so fucked up and is already just predetermined and shit. But at the end of the day, though, I do have to say that possibly some of your local legislation and some of your local lawmakers, some of that voting, I think is important because maybe it changes outcomes like this in Alabama. Maybe.
No, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So I try to equate those two only because it's voting season. I know a lot of motherfuckers are discouraged. They don't want to vote and shit. But
you should always vote locally.
Yeah, locally I think it's necessary because maybe some laws and maybe some legislation get changed to so shit like this, don't keep happening. Maybe, because the laws is so motherfucking old though. It's like what we. This is the disheartening part though, because like what the fuck we gonna be voting for right now that we gonna actually see in our lifetime and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So it's like that part is almost discouraging because you figure if you got 100-year-old law and shit, me voting that motherfucker down now ain't going. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really gonna happen. So the shit is real discouraging, dog. But I mean the two are equated though. Like it's connected somehow.
I mean, but like I said, like you just said, voting locally is probably the most important thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that touches you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can touch these motherfucking local politicians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't get close to the president.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't get close to none of these motherfucking senators and Congress and shit. You know what I mean? I can't. You know what I mean? But now I like. That's why I always harp on the aldermen. You know what I mean? Somebody. That's in charge of this motherfucking zip code or area code.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody you can just talk to. You know what I mean? Somebody you can chuck a beer with. Somebody that understand the goddamn struggle first fucking hand.
Right. From where you at.
Yeah, so somebody can understand why you bitching about some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody can understand why you bitching about the neighborhood, why you bitching about the roads, why you bitching about lights. You know, why you complaining about this, why you complaining about that. You know what I mean? Them motherfuckers don't. They ain't gonna. They can say it. They can ride through and look and yeah, and they gone.
Right, or they can parade a bunch of black people around on their
there it is.
on they campaign and shit.
Know what I'm saying? There it is.
Like Mike Bloomberg.
Yeah, there
but anyway, that's a whole other. That shit was just getting out of hand, dog. Like
way out of control.
In a minute, he was just gonna have the motherfucking Mississippi Mass Choir in that motherfucker, dog.
I swear, if they do one more, the Mississippi Mass Choir do one more goddamn thing. Wasn't they the ones on Snoop shit, murder in the background?
Yeah, they was. You stupid as hell. My man Al just checked in. What up, though? He said that was some bullshit. Armani said, but the cops was already there beating on old boy because old boy had a knot on his head when dude woke up. That's how my man described. He said when he woke up, because he was on some high shit. When he woke up, like basically my man already got his head cracked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they was already in there kicking ass and shit. My man was just so high he just slept through the shit. You know what I'm saying? So he jumped up and got to shooting motherfuckers. He said dude didn't even. Dog, this the thing. And I don't think they've proved otherwise. My man said he ain't even had no gun. So how the fuck he shot 4 motherfuckers and he ain't had no gun? He said he the one who had the gun. He said my man ain't had no gun. And the way he described him and shit, I kind of feel like the nigga didn't have no gun. I felt like he was certainly the wrong nigga to be in the crack house. Like,
but see the thing of it is though, is at the end of the day, like you said earlier, they can always justify because.
Where they was at. Yeah, where they was at. That's for sure, man. I think that's part of the problem.
There's no winning on their part. No. Period. You were in a crack house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's going to be hard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Johnny Cock and Grown. I mean, who the fuck going to figure this one out?
Right.
Unless you call Horatio to,
just
get your ass up out of this. I mean, you were in the crack house.
Yeah. It's going to be tight, though.
That's a tough one.
It's a whole fucked up situation, though. And, like, it's bad that situations like this have to happen for people to really understand, like, how fucked up the law is. And you know what? I can't say how fucked up the law is. I think that some of the laws make sense. Some of them don't. A lot of shit need to be changed because you still working with laws from hundreds of years ago. Which is funny because, like, you got all these politicians who supposedly get into office because they working for you and shit, but they never change the shit, in my opinion. They never change the shit that actually work for the people and shit. Not for our people, anyway. Mm-hmm. But, like, when it come to relationships between black people and police officers, especially white ones and shit, I think Armani mentioned that earlier, that they was white police officers, and especially in Alabama. Man, shit... That's like the trifecta right there. You know what I'm saying? You black, the cops white, and you in Alabama, nigga. That's
2 strikes.
Yeah, that's like the trifecta right there. So, but the reality of it is that the relationship between black people and law enforcement, I ain't even just gonna say white. I'm just gonna say law enforcement. Period. It's something that it's been fucked up from day one, and I think until that relationship is actually, I can't even say mended. I guess I can say kind of checked and shit, I guess, because it ain't gonna never be fully mended. But until that relationship is better, like shit like this is gonna always happen.
Man, it ain't
like
going that damn way.
But this is the thing though, like no matter where you at, I would feel like probably down south is probably worse. But no matter where you at, dog, being black and being in the vicinity of law enforcement when you didn't call them. It's like the scariest shit on earth, nigga. That's like,
trust me.
No, that's like being 15 and find out your 15-year-old girlfriend pregnant. You gotta tell your mama, nigga. Like, this is the most nervous shit on earth, nigga. Like, but it really shouldn't be. Like, how the fuck do we even get past that though? Like, it's amazing to me, dog, that it's probably white people that I know right now and shit that are cool. Like they good when they get pulled over by the police. Like they low key aggressive. I don't even know what that's like
because they never been in this situation before. You know
how do we get to a point where we ain't never been in that situation?
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Love the optimism, dog.
No, I mean, dog.
Just being real.
What they say? How long?
Not long. Not long. How long? Not long.
You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen, man. I swear before cheese, I just don't see it fucking happen.
I'm always say politicians don't care. Their paychecks is huge.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
She said that's why I don't believe in the death penalty. I don't want my family members, friends killed when they may be innocent or had to defend themselves. No, that's the truth though. Bo said that's what's up, Venus. Wish you continued success on your journey. That's for sure though.
Yeah,
because she has been delivered.
Yeah,
delivered.
Yeah.
No, that's for sure. Like, yeah, you certainly got a story to tell. You need to get on that book for real. Quit playing. Get that book out here, dog. Because you'd be surprised how many people need to know some of these stories, dog. Like people be on hard times, dog. And a lot of times it be, I can't say it. All right, I don't want to say it's no fault of their own and shit because I don't want people to not be accountable. But at the end of the day, it's some situations that are presented because of the powers that be, because of the situation you are in. I know you can't always blame that shit on the situation that you come from, but at the end of the day, sometimes that situation does force you into doing shit that you wouldn't normally do. And some of those situations, at least for us, have been created. Nigga, like those situations was created for our downfall, bro. Like that shit just crazy.
Well, I mean... Yeah,
and no, right? I get that.
It's a yeah and no.
Right, I get that's like a great area.
I mean, it's a very fucking gray area.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's a yeah and no because you still can't judge somebody's situation.
No, you can't.
You know what I mean? You don't know. I mean, you just really don't fuck. You can ask why all goddamn day and then be like, I mean, it's like, that's why I hate commentators so much. That's why, I mean... Because it's easy to say what the fuck you could have did after the fact.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's the easy part. You can come up with 19 scenarios of what you could have did after the fact. Yeah. But when you actually in a certain situation, sometimes it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Venus says making hard decisions and the consequences behind those decisions you make. Nigga both said angry man run for city council, bro.
Yeah, I'm doing that, man. And we gonna get that show, bro.
Right. Angry and angrier.
Right.
The angry minute.
There you is.
Y'all niggas silly.
It's the angry hour, huh?
Yo, it's after 11, man. So if you got a last minute comment, dog, hit us in the comment box right now, dog. We want to know what is your reactions to the Nathaniel Woods execution. Hit us in the comment box right now. We will read your comment live on the air. Rita just checked in. What up, though, Mom?
What's happening?
She said, I'm late, but hey. What up, though? Yeah, you got Angry Man on camera, too. I know y'all excited about that shit, though.
Man.
That nigga said, don't get used to that shit, though. Yeah. He said, as soon as my money comes back.
Get your ass back here, man.
Right. It's cool. We held it down, though. If you got a last minute comment, dog, hit us in the comment box right now. We'll read it live on air, dog. Also, again, it is Friday, so make sure you make it down to the Easy Street Saloon tonight, 16101 East 10 Mile Road. Pull up. DJ Weasel on the ones and twos tonight, celebrating Larry's birthday, 64th birthday. Lamb chops not till tomorrow and shit though.
Okay.
But the steak bites is in that boy. That motherfucking smoked chicken sandwich was just so lovely. Some Chipotle linguine. I told y'all niggas I ain't never had none.
Linguine.
Shit look good though. You know what I'm saying? Shit do look good. Also tomorrow, Saturday night, man. Also pull up to the Easy Street Saloon. Shout out to Vic Ham promo dog. Go be in the building. DJ Nick Cash on the ones and twos tomorrow night, dog. So all weekend, man, come party with us, dog. You know what I'm saying? Get it in.
Easy Street, man.
Easy Street Saloon.
Come get it in.
For sure. 16101 East 10 Mile Road. We're getting ready to go around the block one last time and give our final words on the way out. Armani said, I'm always on the internet, and there are so many stories out there. It's so much injustice. It's really heartbreaking, dog.
It is.
It is. And you know what? I just got to say this. It is injustice, but at the same time, it's completely the way they intended it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's completely the way they intended it. Anger, man. Your words on the way out, bro.
Man, get rid of that goddamn capital punishment shit, dog.
Yeah.
Like seriously, dog. I mean, it's ways to punish motherfuckers, man. But that's just like I said. That's taking it too goddamn fucking far. You know what I mean? Because when you're wrong, you can't make it right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Simple as that.
In this situation, you can't make it right. I mean, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say. It ain't an amount of money. It ain't an apology. It ain't a speech. It ain't a law you can take away. That, I mean, it's just fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, y'all made these laws like 19,000 fucking years ago.
Right, for real.
Yeah, it's time for some shit to change, but it's not. You know what I mean? I don't see it changing. I mean, if it haven't changed by now, it's not.
Yeah.
Think about it. You know what I mean? Think about what we done been through. This shit ain't gonna fucking change, dog.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, this is just the cards we were dealt, and this is the hand we gotta play.
For sure.
Period.
For sure. Armani said her last words today is stay out the way, don't do drugs or sell drugs, run the other way, and most definitely watch who you associate with.
Yeah, it is.
Damn, definitely important. Shit, I don't even know how to come behind that.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so look, man, we gonna wrap it up, dog. Again, I want to thank everybody who checked us out today, man, on eblockradio.com, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, everything, shit, IG, all that good stuff, man. And I'm just gonna say on the way out, dog, my final words, bro, is this, salute and prayers out to the family who've been dealing with this obviously since 2004, dealing with his innocence, at least in this case, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, not innocent all the way around, so I mean, I don't want to take away accountability for that. But to be executed for something that, you know, that hasn't literally been proven and somebody has already taken accountability for, I think is what's wrong with the judicial system and what's wrong with having capital punishment. Capital punishment is not my thing. And I've always been against it because of situations like this. Even though there's some situations that it feel like it's warranted, like, damn, you need to off that motherfucker. But for the many cases that fall into this category is the reason why, you know, I ain't with the shit stuff. But yeah, I agree with her. Stay out the way, dog, and definitely watch who you associated with, dog. That's some real shit. Don't forget, man, you can check out all the replays at eblockradio.com, man. Make sure you do subscribe to our YouTube page and hit that what's that shit, the little bell and shit, so you can get an alert every time we go live. All right, dog, we about to get up out of here, dog. It is the weekend, man, and like I tell y'all every weekend, man, go ahead and get your party on, enjoy your family, show some love, take some love, give some love, all that good shit, man. But arrive alive, my nigga. Come back over the weekend, man. Don't overdo it and shit, so we can see y'all on Monday. Till the next time, though, you already know what it is, man. The Livest Cloud Radio Show on the planet.
That would be Earth.
It's straight from the E-Block Radio Live for you down. Got my man Angry Man on camera.
My man, my money. Hurry up, get the Chaz back in, baby.
And of course, it's your boy, man, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205, man. Peace out, y'all.
Yep.
There they go, camera boy, super geek.
The livest cloud radio show on the planet. E-Block Radio.